I'm Rick Coster, streaming live at theday.com. Each Thursday at noon, we're going to bring you from inside the baronial offices of The Day, here on our little soundstage, a live mini concert, a little bit of conversation, one of the many fine area musicians that we have. And it's my privilege today to introduce Jon Young. Jon is an integral part of the New London music scene, not only back in the day with Straight to VHS, but more recently with Hind Legs. Jon, I'm glad you're here.
Thank you very much.
You want to play a tune for us?
Indeed.
When you cry all the time and I wait, you know I feel like giving up, but I won't. You know I'm not giving up this time, 'cause I don't. And it feels like we could live forever. All the time that I waste, we could. It's a shame when you lie all the time and I wait. You know I feel like giving up, but I won't. You know I'm not giving up this time, 'cause I don't. And it feels like we could live forever. All the time that I waste, we could. And it feels like we could live forever. All the time that I waste, we could.
So by doing the house and trade-in, you know, that we use that towards our down payment towards this condo, and it made life so much easier for us. It took all the worry out of everything.
Offshore, out in the Sound, your island getaway awaits. Yes, Block Island beckons. With so much to do and see, a Block Island getaway is now closer than ever. Ride the high-speed Block Island Express from New London on one of 4 daily departures, where an island escape is yours at GoBlockIsland.com. That's GoBlockIsland.com.
There's flowers at the hill of the fort. Maybe it's a sign. I was here at Fort Trumbull, and the whole hill was sort of covered with these like wildflowers.
Hopped on my bike to ride down to Fiddleheads to hit the farmer's market, and en route, things just started coming to me.
And when it finally comes to me, it's completely formed.
Every time we played it, it was a little bit different because we just sort of meandered to what we knew was the end.
I found a way for me to take music and sort of break that box, but still make it rock, New London style.
I'm Rick Coster. You're watching Live Lunch Break from Inside the Day, and I'm pretty happy that our guest this week is Jon Young. Jon, it sounds great to hear this stuff on acoustic. It kind of gives me a different context for your material, because for so long I was used to straight to VHS with sort of the Stooges garage type stuff. And then more recently with Hind Leg, kind of going in a different direction. But what is consistent through all 3 of these is you're really a guy that given the context of the songs, you have a lot of premium on melody. You write, and maybe I think sometimes folks overlook that if they're talking about punk or garage. That's something you consciously worry about? Or?
Yeah. Originally, I played more funky songs. I was in like a funk band for a long time, and then I tried to experiment with like different styles and stuff like that. I think my roots are, like, my dad played guitar, and he used to, like, sing around the house all the time, and he was a big, like, country western singer. So I think a lot of, like, the melody comes from, like, hearing my dad. My dad has, like, a really awesome voice.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that has to, like, listening to him, like, when I was younger, like, sing songs in the bedroom and stuff like that always, like, stuck with me.
Is he a better singer than you?
Yeah, my dad's incredible.
I bet he's not.
They're like, you know, kind of raise the hair on your arms kind of singing. Oh. But yeah, the first song I ever wrote was with him, basically, when I was younger. He kind of, like, gave me my first, like, songwriting experience. We, like, wrote a song together.
Oh, that's fun.
So that's kind of like the...
Well, so you have a body of work, and in some different stylistic directions. The fact is, you've been working on a lot of recording projects. So where are you, and what's going on with that?
Well, right now I have working on the album for Hind Legs, and that should be done hopefully in the next, like, month or two. And we just finished the Straight to VHS album, which it's been like 2 years. We're finally getting it done. It was a long, like, huge process of getting it mastered, but I'm super relieved I finally got that back, and that should be getting released probably around the same time, actually, as the Hind Legs album. So excellent. I'm kind of relieved because
you're gonna flood the marketplace.
Yeah, as much as I can. So.
I think there's nothing wrong with that. All right, well, the first tune you did was a Hind Legs song, right? Mm-hmm. And we're going to let you do a couple in a row, and I think you're going to revisit Straight to VHS and maybe Hind Legs again. Yep. So we'll look forward to let's do it.
But you don't really know. Don't you know, don't you know? You know that you don't really know. So just sort of say it's so. You know, but you don't really know. You say it's all. You know that you don't really know. Can't you feel it coming? Can't you feel it coming around? Don't you wanna know the truth? Well, I do, yeah. Don't you wanna know the truth to it all? The truth to it all, yeah. Hold your breath. Take steps. Say what you want. Don't you wanna know the truth? Well, I do, yeah. Don't you wanna know the truth to it all? The truth to it all, yeah. What you want, you can't get. And you want it. But you know you can't win. You can never go back home. Whoa. What you love, you can't have. No, you wish you had. And you want it. but you know you can't win. You can never go back home. Whoa. And you can't win. You want it, don't you know? And you know it. You can never go back home. And you can't win. You can never go back home. Whoa. I know you want it. You wanted to travel far. I know you need it. You know just who you are. I know you want it. And you know. And you know. What you want, you can't get. And you want it. You want it oh so bad. But you know you can't win. You can never go back home. Whoa. And you can't win. You can't win. No, you can't win. No, you can't win.
So literally, we're changing deeds. You're using your house at an agreed upon number towards a down payment for the purchase here. It couldn't be much easier, really.
Offshore, out in the Sound, your island getaway awaits. With so much to do and see, a Block Island getaway is now closer than ever. Where an island escape is yours at GoBlockIsland.com.
You're watching Live Lunch Break. Hopefully you're into dessert by now, but that's okay. That's totally up to you. I'm Rick Coster. We're fortunate to have with us today Jon Young. A lot of folks in the area know him, of course, for his work with Straight to VHS and a newer band, Hind Legs. And listen to the two songs that you just did, Jon, and those were both very, very cool tunes. But tell me if I'm wrong, but you know, the more you play, the more there's an evolution as a writer and as a musician. And it seemed like there was some really interesting chord textures and voicings in the last song, which is a Hind Legs tune. Talk about the evolution of I mean, you're probably writing stuff that maybe you wouldn't have written 5 years ago.
I think the fact that I joined a bunch of other bands, a couple bands I played bass in and stuff like that, just so I could kind of try to understand from a bassist point of view, from like a rhythm point of view. I think that like helped me to kind of like broaden my like melodic kind of songwriting that I'm doing, because you kind of get the bigger picture once you play like not just like singing and playing guitar, but playing bass, playing guitar, playing drums, everything. I think that you know, it took me a long time. I played like rhythm guitar in bands for a long time, and I was always too afraid to sing. Eventually, a little bit through each band that I got, and I got a little bit better, and a little bit more confidence, and I think I had to kind of go through that, kind of like the Army, kind of come out the other end, know, finally reaching it. It took a long time, a lot of like hours in the middle of the night playing, but it pays off. It's super gratifying to like, you know, look back at my songs later on and see them finished and like actually accomplished, you know, compared to like I remember when I couldn't even write a song, or you know, or sing at all, you know. So it's like you know, an itch I can never scratch enough.
And that's in that sense of evolution and dynamics. I think it was Straight to VHS, a really powerful band, really good, a lot of punk energy and stuff. With Hind Legs, and given the sort of chords you were doing in that last song, you've got a different dynamic because you got someone like Hollis Dunlap, for example.
Totally.
So talk about spreading it out and arrangements for different musicians.
Well, with Straight to VHS, it's like a trio. It's just three of us. So that band is specifically about energy, you know. So it's not really about the complication of like the music. It's more about putting it in, you know, into one chord, like what you got into that. And the Hind Legs stuff, I knew that I couldn't, you know, I can't like redo the same kind of music because I knew that people would compare that band, you know, to Straight to VHS. So I specifically tried to go more melodic on purpose and more. And I like all music anyway. It's not that I just like punk rock music. You know, I love everything. You know, from jazz to country to, you know, there's not a song genre that I wouldn't like. You know, I've written polka songs and anything you can think of. Just, you know, I think it just because I didn't go to school for music, so the only way I could learn was by, you know, listening and writing songs and, you know, and screwing up songs and realizing, oh, that song's not that good, and, you know, eventually, you know, it's kind of coming out now to be like, you know, something pretty cool.
It is very much so. So what are you gonna do for us now?
The song "Freak Spaz" from Straight to VHS.
Know it?
It's one of my favorite.
Go for it.
Watching it all, just watching it pass. You know I want it. You know I need it. Gotta have you. Watching it all, it just don't have the gas. And I speak, ooh, last. I didn't come this far to it all, but just to watch it collapse. You know I want it. You know I need it.
It's pretty clear that we had something to offer that other agents' listings did not have to offer. We offered them the opportunity to sell their home, get their home sold in a very slow, tough market.
Offshore, out in the Sound, your island getaway awaits. Yes, Block Island beckons. With so much to do and see, a Block Island getaway is now closer than ever. Ride the high-speed Block Island Express from New London on one of 4 daily departures, where an island escape is yours at GoBlockIsland.com. That's GoBlockIsland.com.
You like the ECSO, the Eastern Connecticut Symphony?
You know, I don't not like them, so.
What does that mean?
I mean, I don't necessarily know enough about them to say that I like them. I don't throw my likes around willy-nilly.
You've been feeding your ears with the music of Jon Young, who is also a chef, ironically enough, who's not getting lunch today. But you've been around this music scene long enough to know that it's really gotten to be a big deal, not just around in this area, but, you know, written up in the New York Times and stuff. How has it changed in the last couple of years? It seems to me that, not to jump in on what you were going to say, but a lot. Now there's Americana, folks playing aside, but it's been sort of fun.
I remember when I first started playing around here, Incognito Sofa Love was the biggest band around here, and a few bands here and there, but they were like the biggest band, so I really looked up to them a lot. And I watched slowly but surely more bands, especially the Whaleys. The Whaleys actually, I think, kind of gave all the musicians something to look for every year. So I think, you know, everybody's working. The last like 3 years, everybody has been like working to try to like get an award or get like placed there or be seen. I think it's actually like a competitiveness, but, you know, not in a bad way. A good competitiveness. It's kind of like pushing everybody to like the next level, I think.
Which is next week, by the way.
Yep, I'm definitely going to be there. Because I think the race is to be who's going to be the first band to make it out of New London. Because to me, New London is like a mini Seattle, and there's so many talented musicians around here. Like, everybody's talented. You know, it's not just like one or two. There's so many. So it's actually the race is on. There's so many people that could do it. You know.
Would you guys like to go to the next level?
Hell yeah, that's all I've ever dreamed about. You know.
Now, since you are also a chef, what does that mean in your backstage rider when you start going national? What are you going to have backstage served?
Green M&Ms. A bowl of green M&Ms.
You can get all the ones that Van Halen didn't use or whatever. Well, I want to thank you, John, for being here. Are you going to do one more VHS song, right?
Yep. Yeah, this one's not on any albums or anything, but one of my faves.
At the time I feel is right, you let me win. Such a sign, look at the sign, I see it twice. You win me away. Let's sing again.
John, thanks so much, man. Jon Young was with us, live lunch break here at the Day. That was a nice walk through your songbook.
Thanks.
Even hearing stuff that we've never heard before and new arrangements. I want to thank you guys for tuning in every Thursday at noon, streaming live from theday.com. We're going to be doing this. Next week we've got hopefully 3, maybe 4 members of Burnouts from Outer Space, and we're looking forward to that. That's an excellent. That's a new band by Bobby Crash, relatively new, and he always makes me happy. So if you're an interested musician, you can contact us at livemusic@theday.com in case you might want to be part of this, of the live lunch break. I want to thank New London Harbor Towers, Block Island Express, and The Guard for sponsoring this. I want to thank Pete Wappy, Alex Nunes for getting it right in the house. I'm Rick Coster, and we will see you next Thursday. Thanks again to Jon Young.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.